Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday money, a little bit late. I was running late with Jimmy the Bag. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, notification bell on so you know when we post the free pick videos here. I got three college football. Hello. Two NFL today and one for Monday Night Football if you're interested. Although the Bengal line has moved from when I did the video at 8.5, it is now I think a 10. So there is that. Anyway, Twitter, or the X rather, Mr. Sean Hanks, give me a follow. Plays are posted. They're out. They're posted up right now. Podcast form, just go wherever you listen or download your favorite podcast. Maybe I'm one of your favorite podcasts. And if not, listen, just download it anyway. Like I said, Midday Money, Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You download it and then you go to sleep, hit the mute button. Just let it roll all day. I don't put it in your car, put it on your kid's phone. That's what I do. I go on my son's computer. He's got like a double setup. I go to his thing. I just put on Midday Money, let it run 24 hours a day. And then I get my $1.87 check. It's fabulous, that $1.87. I go buy chocolate Santas. Anyway, let's jump into the action for today. Let's get on it. We're going to recap yesterday and we'll talk some stuff. So what did we do yesterday? 4-1 college football. Texas over. Boise gets it done. Tulane under. Troy gets it done. Georgia over does not get there. So 43 and 35 plus 460 with college football in the video. I go 6-4 championship weekend here with college football. I think number one on the site's college football. 92 and 68. Not too bad. Nice college football season. I'm happy. And as I said before, with bowl games coming up, I'm an early better. I want to jump on. I'm thinking ahead of the time. I was just saying, Jimmy, we were talking about the Charge game. I'm like, well, I told you to take Green Bay against the Chargers. And I said, Chargers going to win the next week against Baltimore. It didn't happen. So a lot of times I like to think in what bowl games, what I'm going to see. No motivation, especially now with the transfer portal. I don't know if I'm going to roll out 30-something games. I ran down most of the time. We're 55, 57, 61% in bowl action. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with bowls. It is what it is. College basketball, we go 1-2. Oh, start a day with Ole Miss. I'm not in the, and I sometimes I post back in there the Picks Parlays Facebook group. Someone was like, "Fade Higgs, Ole Miss stinks. Fade Ole Miss." Yeah, I tried to get in there. Apparently, I'm blocked. I can't even post in the Picks Parlays Facebook group. I've been who's ever the monitor. I don't know. I've probably been on Picks Parlays longer than you've worked for Picks Parlays. I've been on that site for 14 years, 15 years. Anyway, so yeah, Ole Miss gets it done. Rutgers loser, Irvine loser. We are, what are we, 20 and 26 minus 930? Now, I go 4-4 yesterday on my college basketball. So we are, I think, 66 and 75, something along those lines. So we're about 10 games under, almost equivalent to what we are in the chat. It's a little bit of a losing season right now. And as I said, kind of going light out of the gate. I have 4 games today. One is here in the chat. The tide will turn. Even ones I'm thinking about using and I don't put out, they've been splitting out. Some days there's like a 3-0, but there's been a lot of 1 and 2s in there. So again, I'm not gonna panic a month in, especially when NFL and college football are hitting close to 60%, whatever we are. So there is that. So college football, we are 20-26. We like Chattanooga today, money line. I liked this game last night. I looked at it and they were like a 3. What were they last night? Chattanooga. Chatty 2. Where's my Chattanooga? It came as I marked them. Like, maybe I'll take a little Chattanooga today. They were 3.5. I'm like, is Moorhead that good? Right? I'm like, why are they favored? I thought maybe a pick 'em, a 1 or 2, and then I jump online. It's down to a 1. I'm like, oh man, I should have grabbed Chatty early, but so be it. It is what it is. Chattanooga in the chat here. Hockey loser yesterday with Toronto. So we are 7-11 minus 150 on the site. So we are 9-4, number 3 in the money here with with ice. NBA loser yesterday with the Clippers, 9-6 plus 240 in the video. No NBA on a Sunday because they got this dumb tournament. Anyway, 12-4, 12-4 on the sites. And what do we got left? NFL action, 30-22 plus 690. Having a nice year. What are we? 59% on the season, 76-53. Not too shabby. 59%. Can't complain about those numbers. Detroit Lenny's will be happy. I like the Lions here minus 4.5. And I've said this before with whether Lenny or other free pick shows I do, some with Jesse, even just talking on here. You get embarrassed on Thanksgiving. You got a little rest time here. Saints offense has been not good. The other defense is all right. I know the Lions defense has been bad. This is a get right kind of spot, I think. If the hype and everything we think about on Detroit is warranted, you have a big bounce back game today here. You win 27-13, 27-7. You know, you have the offense put points up. Put some points up. Saints offense is bad. I know your defense is not good, but covered a number here. This was a 2.5, 3 on the open, I believe. And I was like, well, that looked a little low, right? What was it? Where is this? Because I remember when it came out, I was doing look at lines. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, it was a 2.5, 3. You lose, and this is what happens. That's why we bet ahead of time. 1.5 value. The Colts. Yeah, I've been on the Colts all season, right? You know, I'm a kind of Colts backer. I do like the Tennessee coach. I like their whole mentality, but I thought the Colts were a playoff team to start the season. I don't like this line. Really hasn't moved too much. It was 1, it was 2, it was 1. I'm just going Colts because I don't know. Blame it on King D. Indianapolis gets a call. Eagles over 46.5. I think we see points in this game. I was just giving out the first half. I mean, they were trying to find a new number on the 10.5. That was on Bet Online the other day. Niners team total over first half. You can go over first half. 23 points, I think, first half in this game. I like the over. I think we see offense here. It's just that simple. Teaser Tuesday, still alive. We did have Dallas. That was a winner. Miami and Niners. So NFL Teaser Tuesday is looking pretty good. Doesn't offset the college football Teaser Tuesdays, but hey, that's why I say, play games. You're having fun and making money. You want to have fun? Have fun is being down. We don't like that. Let's see how everybody is today. Let's see how everybody's doing. Ray Reddington's in the house. Biggie, 1-2 today. Only winner Gustav over points, minus 119. We got the Zaka. He had to go for us the other day for Boston. Anytime goal plus 230. Skinner anytime goal plus 142 for the Sabres. The Wild and Hawks first period over 1.5 minus 133. I think it dropped both of those totals yesterday. I like opposite of Chevy. What? Alternative to Turk. What are we talking about here? Jesse, what? I'm totally lost here. Alternative to turkey. Chevy. Ford hams? I'm guessing Ford ham. I liked Fordham today. You know I'm a Ford ham guy. Do we have Ford ham? Is Ford ham playing today against Tulane? Yes. I like it. I figured that in a second. Canes, Higgs, don't forget to take your medication. I got to take 2 of these. I'm supposed to take these for 30 days. I didn't take it yesterday either. Whatever. I double it up. I don't care. We'll see. It's like Drago. If he dies, he dies. We'll see what happens. All righty. Steelers for my guy Canes. Do I want to like 6.5 for Pittsburgh here? I mean, is this where we want to get into? This line was 3. You could have had this at 3. Now it's 6.5. I know Arizona's bad. Is this just a lot of hype because they had 400 yards? Yeah, okay, they had 400 yards last week, but did they score a lot of points last week, Steelers? And Arizona's what, lost 9 in a row on the road or something ridiculous? I mean, they're not good, but we saw 16 points last week. Is it division rival? They had Cleveland before that. Uh, Patriots on Thursday night here for Pittsburgh here. That line is is that a excuse me, am I on the wrong way here? Pat Steelers? Where is that Patriots Steelers? 6.5. That's a 6.5. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right. Anyway, so Steelers 6.5. I'm not loving, but I understand fading away on Arizona. The Broncos +3. I'd prefer getting that extra kicker in there on this game, but I don't hate taking Denver here. The defense, again, you gave up 70 points. You're bad. They're playing really good football right now. I don't hate the Broncos here. Colts, I'm with you. Chargers 4.5, sure. Dolphins over 49. Dolphins over is sketchy. I mean, I know Washington's defense has been bad. They got rid of the coordinator after Thanksgiving, this and that. I mean, how about I'd rather do a team total because you're expecting Washington to score. I mean, if you think it's gonna go over 49, you think this game is 30-24 or something. I mean, like you're obviously thinking Miami scoring some points here because they're a 9-point fave. I'd look to a team total Miami instead. Jesse says, I'm with you on the Broncos, but don't tell Ross he'll blow his top. Yeah, Ross he's adamant against the Texans. Kane says, if Florida State makes the playoffs, they will be crushed by brother. So they'll be a 15-point dog right out of the gate to Michigan. That would probably be an auto under for me. And I did say yes, I like the Michigan over. I thought Michigan would come in and score like 40 themselves, right? Kind of pay back. Some field goals there. Maybe the outcome could have been maybe it could have been a 34-0 game. They will score points. Michigan team total over Michigan. You want to go over team? I mean, I don't know. Let's see what the numbers are. They're definitely going to be a 2-touchdown plus favorite over Florida State. Florida State, I don't think can move up from the 4 spot. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. I mean, Georgia's going to slip. Michigan's got to be 1. Where's Washington undefeated? I don't have the list. I don't have the college football playoff numbers, and so I have no idea. I don't kind of follow that. I figured it kind of takes care of themselves, but it really didn't. Team money's in the house. What do you say there? Another Sunday should be a huge day. Florida State game under, never in doubt. When you run the ball 3rd and 7 every time, Texas wins it all running away. Yeah, Texas was a nice win. We had Texas yesterday. We had the under Florida State winner, the SMU outright. I did lose Georgia in the over in that, but again, 6-4. You can't look at it individually. You got to kind of look at the whole day and stuff like that. So I'll take a nice winning day. I'll take it. I'll take 6-4. Kane says the Iceman, no problem. T Bunny says Falcons on the road. I'm rolling with them. Maine is the Maine Bears. Maine over Brown. I looked at this game. I wanted to take Browns here. Believe it or not, I want to take Brown, and I want to take Columbia. I want to go Columbia and Brown on 2 road teams here. Little Ivy action for the smarty pants in me. Falcons on the road. Let's see. Colts money line. Yes. Eagles and Hurts to score as usual. Yep. Broncos sure. Kareem Hunt anytime TD. Don't hate it. I like all those. Sure, except for the Falcons. T-Mike says Mike Evans anytime TD as well, like clockwork. What's up with that line now from a 6 to a 3 or whatever it's at right now? Carolina 3.5 now. 3s. I see 3s some spots. So Chargers are sitting at a 4 right now. I see 4, 4.5, and 5 for the Chargers. I grabbed this early at a 4 beginning week because I thought Chargers going to beat Baltimore. This line's going to go up. They lose. The line still comes out at 6 with the way New England played out of their bye week. And that's why I didn't feel bad at getting it at 4. I'm like, you know what? If that is their effort out of the bye week, this team is really kind of toast. Now at 5.5, 6, 6.5, if it was up that high, I'd probably lean New England because I don't want to lay points with the Chargers. But at 4 here, I'll think the Chargers. Although I don't know why I got onto the Mike Evans with that. Probably because we're talking about Carolina and a line move. Locking in with the King is here. Colts lover. Lex is in the house. Keep it guys. Lex, I saw your review on the Cap review page there. I appreciate it. Thank you. if anybody wants to leave a review, good, bad, or indifferent, message me on the X, and I'll send you a thing where uh, put something about me. So a couple of people. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Lex says Brown +1 over 138 and team total over 68. Yeah, I like Brown today. Lex, I'm with you on that one. Keith had a 5-unit straight winner on Stephen F. Austin last night in college. I have no idea who they played, but take it. I mean, you'll know it a little bit. It comes in. Always nice when that happens 3 weeks before Christmas. Stetson. He's going, where's Stetson in this? Is that the SWAC Stetson? Are they in the SWAC or are they in the WAC? Where's Stetson? Oh, my goodness. Chicago State. Stetson's in the Atlantic Sun. I apologize. 5-2 Stetson. Here we go. Look at this. Unbelievable. Chicago State. 4.5-point fave, lose outright. 2-point dog, lose by 20. 17-point dog, lose by 10. Give them hope a low shot. They beat Morgan. Covered against Northern Colorado. 12-point dog, lose by 14. You're kind of in that one. Favored by 1, loser by 10. They win a game. I don't think this is as easy as it looks here. I might look the other way there. I might look a little Chicago State, believe it or not. This was 10 last night, I believe. Nope, it was 9. I like Chicago State. What time is this game? 2:00. I like Chicago State. Just says to Lex, I saw you slumming it at Kyle's. What is that about? Kane says, UCLA, December 28th. What is this? We got bowl game matchups already? Brown has started. Yes, it has. T-Money, I figured you clean up yesterday since I got cracked wide open. Hold on a second. T-Money, you make it seem like I just sit around and take faves. I do take faves sometimes. Gio and the over. I thought Georgia was going to win that game. The defense for Alabama has been giving up points. Didn't get there. Smooth Texas Troy. Boise. Under Florida State. I guess I had a couple faves there, but Toledo. I should have had that under in that Toledo game. And anytime I have Toledo, whether just as a free pick or on the sites for myself, they never cover. It's a good. I just have to love them from afar. You got that family member. It's like just trouble. You're like, oh man, you got a friend. It's like I just gotta love you from a distance. Like I like Toledo. I can't. Who the heck is? What is going on in my life? I hope somebody must have died. My wife, like she doesn't know. Oh my goodness. Lex is laughing at Jesse, slumming in Kyle's. King D says, nice job. I'm trying, King D. It's just one day at a time. T Money says, I love the Chiefs tonight, -6. Well, where I like Kansas. Who they got? Green Bay tonight, right? That was a 7. It's come down to a 6. Oh, it's Green Bay and the under. I like the under anyway there. Anytime Kansas City plays, it's an under for me. Michael B is in the house. Welcome. UFC went 6-1. 2-7 in college hoops. Something at Rutgers, Santa Barbara didn't even show up. Had a 4-1-2. Listen, I can talk about the 1 and 2 point losers. I have lost after Miami didn't cover 14.5, winning by 13. That is now 20 losers for me. I had 2 at 3 points. Everything else less than 3. So 20 and 6 pushes. That's 26 games. Could have went either way. Like if I get half of those, I'm not 70 and 80, right? I mean, at that rate, I am 13 and 67. 13. I'm 83 and 67. 83 and 67. That's what my record should be, right? I mean, that's because I haven't. I've had about 4 winners. Six, six of my 70 have been in that 1 to 3 frame. Six, and I have 26 going the other way. Man, Marcos hitting the like button for me and Mr. Nika. I appreciate it, Marcos. And Marcos minute tomorrow. Although tomorrow's show may be late. I gotta take my wife to the doctor. So we have that, and then I'll probably coming back. I'll probably Costco. So the show may be a little late. I will probably maybe I'll load up the chat early so I could jump right into it. But there will be a Marcos minute tomorrow, Marcos. So if you're not listening now, you could always listen on the replay, but always hit the like button for me and Miss Canada. Appalachian State and Orny, meaning Auburn. What is it, 7 now? 7.5 last night. I mean, Auburn should get it done. What do we got here? Any kind of recent matchup like this one, even on light days, if the number doesn't really come at me right out of the gate, I just kind of move on. This one was right where I had it at about an 8. Maybe you lean Appalachian State because you think Auburn with Indiana as their next game. Maybe it's a kind of go through the motion game. I mean, they just crushed Virginia Tech. I mean, they beat up Bonnie's by 7. You know what? I don't know. I might lay to 7 here with Auburn. I'd lay to 7. King D says Michael B. Nice night in UFC. Are you kidding me? Had a great night in UFC 6-1. I wish I would have had him. Michael B says Colts, yes. Niners, yes. Lions first half, yes. Green Bay. I like them all, Michael. Michael B says, locking in with the King. Thank you for complimenting me on my 7-0 or 6-1 day. No Taylor Day? What? Taylor what? Taylor Ham? King, what are we talking about? David says, today I love the spreads with Indy, Cleveland, Pitt, Philly, and Carolina. All right, Dave. So Colts, sure. Cleveland game, I'm all for. Listen, I took Cleveland with a third stringer the other day, never in doubt when they beat the Steelers or whoever with their quarterback. I don't know if I can run and take Cleveland here with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Is this where I want to be on a back-to-back road trip there? And yeah, the line's moved. People are like, well, it's come down from whatever. I mean, was this at a 5? This couldn't have been at a 5. It can't be at a 5 because I got the Rams at -1 at one point. So yeah, it was 1. It might have jumped up to a 4. Now down to a 3.5. And you know me, I say this with my 3.5s and 7.5s. I like the fave in that spot. Now, the game opened at 1 number based on who we're thinking. It reopens at the new number when there's a quarterback change. I can't bet Joe Flacco here. The Rams are a team I didn't think were going to be good, but they're alive for a playoff spot. And Cleveland has not quit by any stretch. I mean, you figure they lose Chubb early and that season's going to spiral. They've battled. But I think you're putting way too much pressure on the defense here with Joe Flacco at QB. I don't get it. I mean, this just tells you, I mean, again, they've won with the other guys. What? Let the young guy play. Right? We've seen guys drafted number 1 not play well. Like, leave the young guy in there. Let him grow. You might have something. You don't know. Philly, I do not like. Carolina, I like. Michael says, King D, you don't believe in Zach Moss, the GOAT. Zach Moss has been really good in his time there with the Colts with Taylor out. Mark says Tennessee under 42. Yes, Colts. Tennessee under 42. They're playing the Colts. Under 39 Atlanta and under 36. Any thoughts? Marco, help me out here. Tennessee Colts game, and they're playing each other. Last I checked. I'm all for an under in a Tennessee game. And maybe the Colts hit a little hiccup offensively and they don't score a bunch here. So I would lean under there, sure, especially this season in the NFL. Under 39. Is the Jet game 39? It can't be that high. I thought the Jet game was 37. You got under 39 in Atlanta. Super. You get under 39. That's a good number. And there's a 36 somewhere. I don't know where that. Maybe that 39 is supposed to be the Patriots game, and the Atlanta game is 36. That's what we probably have there. I'll go under Patriots. Jesse says, I can't fool Higgs. Fordham it is. Yes, it is. I kind of like Fordham. Clemson Pitt 1 point spread. Give me Clemson here. If you gotta jump into some ACC action, and again, I said this like the last couple days here. How are we having conference games in basically November? First week, it's December 3rd. We have conference games. They used to not start till like the end of December, maybe January. What is that about? So what do we got here? Clemson off a big win on a road. Pitt lost to Mizzou as a fave. You lost to Florida. Beat Oregon State at home. I might lean Clemson here. I mean, it's a pick 'em. The problem is Clemson's off a big win. I mean, if you want to take Pitt at home, they bounce back, and Clemson on a big road win. But this is conference time. It's a toss-up for me. I can make, like I just said, I could say Clemson's a little better, but again, big win, Pitt off a loss, probably Pitt at home. King D says it might be. I've got most of my fantasy team hoping for a good game. You should get it. Marcos Minute says San Francisco Dons versus Arizona State. That's the Arizona State team, not Arizona. I can go San Fran here. I'll go San Fran with you. And Murray State, Illy State. What do they got here for Murray? Where's Murray State? 3:00. What is that? 8:32 in rotation. Look at this. It's on the bottom here. How did I miss that one? What do you got here? 1 point spread. I mean, Murray's owned these guys. Murray has just beat him. Look at these games. 1 OT. I mean, do you just roll with how they've played against each other? You'd think Murray is the auto game, but I guess you got to take Murray State here. But again, these even matchup games like this, like San Fran, Arizona, I could just come out and be like, I'm taking San Fran. Smaller school versus quote unquote a Pac-12 kind of team that's been struggling. This one's tougher though. It's Missouri Valley. Murray's owned them even before they came to the Missouri Valley. Man, Marcus, even your Clemson pick game, you just come to these close games. I mean, they're all. In college basketball, I would just lean to the home team in this spot with 1 point dogs, 1 point faves. Just lean with the home team. J Rock said it's got to be Michigan, Washington, Florida State, Texas. Anything else is wrong. If Alabama gets in over Texas, it can't happen. It can't. Texas beat them head to head. They beat them head to head. Oh, well, we lost to Texas and they're conference champs, and you lost to Oklahoma. They weren't conference. Is that going to be the argument? Because your 12 team might as well turn into a 40 team tournament next year. I mean, and let's be honest. Let's expand this tournament to what? So Penn State can get in here and get trucked by whoever they play? Joke. I mean, honestly. You want to see? I'd rather see Oregon State in here. Where's Oregon State? Can Oregon State get in? Give me Oregon State and Alabama. I mean, again, how do you not put Georgia? They won 30 in a row. You lose to Alabama, who could very well win the national championship. Right? They were the number one team, Georgia, for a long time. I mean, Florida State's going to get the freaking short end of the stick, bro. And they're going to be like, well, hey, that's how we switched it. And you'll see. It's going to be Georgia. It will be Georgia. This is what it should be. Undefeated Big 10, Big 12, undefeated ACC. And the team that won a head-to-head matchup against each other. The argument's going to be, well, we're the SEC. Best conference ever. Well, Florida State beat two teams in the SEC. They beat Florida and they beat LSU. SEC played the Big 12 and lost to Texas. Michael B. Anytime TD is McCaffrey. Yes. Ayuk. Yes. Juwan Johnson. Yes. The Saints. Juwan Johnson. I love it. And Reed. Plus $2. Marco says, Wichita State plus 7. Yeah, I like Wichita State today. That line is 7. Oh, my goodness. I got a crappy plus 5. Terrible. Oh, my goodness. That line is a 7 now? Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the way it's been going for me in college basketball. I shouldn't say that. I had some good lines in other games. Where is that game? Clemson, Arizona, they had 2.5. Murray is a 1-point dog. Illinois State there. Wichita State plus 7. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. I can just move on with life. Tomorrow we got a couple games. Iowa, Purdue 13.5 tomorrow. I might have to take Iowa there. Arkansas 12 over Furman. Alabama 22 over Arkansas State. San Jose State favored. Oregon over Cal Poly's terrible. Goodness. Shout outs coming in. Georgia just didn't look good, and Texas win, and Florida State, Louisville under hit. So 2-1 day in college football. Yeah, Georgia loss was tough. I was with you on that, Georgia. Marco says Mizzou against Wichita State. Yeah, I knew it was Wichita. And I just said I got Wichita plus 5, so I'm going to like it at plus 7. Yes, Florida State has a legit defense. They do. And again, they're going to play what? Michigan? I'm going to definitely take that'll be an underplay. Whatever that line comes out with, Florida State's got to be an under right out of the gate. Shout out says player props and team props. Rams team total over 20. Sure. Green Williams over 63.5 yards rushing. I like the team total. Again, player props, I'll leave to the pros. That is not what I do. Florida State ain't in over Alabama. They're undefeated, Jess. You're undefeated conference champion and beat 2 SEC teams. And you're undefeated. You're not coming out of the Sun Belt. They can make fun of the ACC all you want. You know what? They beat all the teams they're supposed to beat. I mean, if you're going to, well, they barely won. Well, I mean, Alabama barely won against Auburn. And you lost to Texas. I mean, they're going to put Bama in Georgia. I don't know why. Or the SEC. Well, Florida State beat two SEC teams. Oh, that doesn't count though. That doesn't count. Whatever. That this is the argument where the NCAA turns into like a 9-year-old child you're arguing with. J Rock says 1-1 college hoops. Arizona continues to cover. Oakland finally fails to cover. Yeah, the Grizzle. Marco says Nebraska Creighton 4-point spread. I like Creighton. Although I am a Nebraska kind of lover, but I think Creighton's a really good team. J Rock says Montgomery 2 TDs plus 475 for the Lions. There you go. I don't hate the Jordan Montgomerys. Javonte Williams 2 TDs plus $8. I like the big payoffs. I love this kind of stuff. Shout out to this player prop. Rashid White anytime TD plus 110 and Rashid White over 23.5 yards. I don't hate the Rashid Whites. Michael B says back into the fire. Nebraska plus 4.5. San Fran and Minnesota plus the 13. I like the, and I'm going to say, listen, I like Creighton because I think they're a really good team. Although Nebraska at home, right? This is a rivalry. People might not think it's a rivalry. You got some, it's Nebraska. I mean, people don't think it's Creighton as a good team because they're not like a Nebraska Oklahoma type an affair here. But Creighton, you don't think this is a big battle? Marco says Jets Atlanta. Yeah. Marcos, I don't know if you watched the little scroll underneath here, but we got the Lions, the Colts, the Eagles. Oh, I thought I had the Jets here. Maybe I just said maybe I just said to take the Jets. We were talking about it earlier. I thought I had the Jets in here. He did not. J Rock says Pittman over receptions, Bijan over 81.5 yards rushing receivings, Royce Freeman, Kamara over receiving rounds, Gary Terry plus 100. These are a whole lot of prop action here. I saw some of these though. I think I know who you got some of these from because I talked to a guy, so I know who this. A lot of these things. I want to say this is some sharp action here, J Rock. Marcos says Cincy over 39 or under. So this is the tricky one here on Monday night because I think the Jaguars score because the Bengals defense is bad. Now, do the Bengals, the Cincy, generate any offense? I mean, I don't love the Bengals minus 10. I like the minus 8.5. At this point, it would be a tease the Bengals down. I mean, you can't even do like a team total. I don't know. I don't want to lay 8.5, 10. They should win. Jags minus 10 should get there. All right. Jags are a still little brother type kind of squad, punching up, even though people love them and they're thought of like, oh, it's like a dark horse to win the AFC. Trevor Lawrence, blah, blah. They should take care of it. Beat up a bad team. If you're a good team, a good team on a rise, beat a bad team that's down, that's got problems offensively, and a bad defense. How about a team total? Team total Jaguars. What is that going to be? 24. I'd say whatever that is. I'd go over that team total for the Jaguars. Probably the safest bet. And then I'd lay to 10. Yes, Cincy's not minus. Maybe I'm wrong here. Is this Cincy basketball? I thought we were talking football. So if we're talking college basketball, Cincy minus 10. I don't even know who they're playing, but if we're Jaguars minus 10, I would take Jaguars. King D says Stephen F. Austin beat Abilene last night. All right. Battle of Texas. A couple of Texas schools rolling there. Shout out to single bets, Titans money line, Lions minus 4, Rams money line. I'm against you on the Titans. I like the Lions there with you. I don't like the Rams. That was an OT game. Never in doubt then, I guess. T-Money says, Sean, I didn't say you just take faith. I'm saying you and I don't bet anything alike. Either I or Cleveland. Yeah, but a lot of times you just come in with the big plus monies. That's why I thought you're inferring like which I do take face sometimes. So as much as I'm a dog kind of guy, I do something take my face. That's what I was just saying. Like we don't have anything alike because you're taking huge money lines plus, Oklahoma State money line. But you should did all right. If you had Bama money line, if you had Miami Ohio money line, got there. Shout out says Jordan Love over 19.5 receptions. That's a great play. Passing. You mean passing attempts? Passing completions, Jordan Love. Michael B says, how can you kick Georgia out of playoffs? They have lost one game in 3 years. Again, what what is they switch their crap all the time here. You have 3 undefeated conference champions, all big Power 5 schools. And then the other 2 Power 5 schools played head to head and won one and one lost. Who gets in? They're not going to screw the SEC. There'll be 2 SEC. I'm shocked that even Washington would make it. I'm surprised they're not trying to somehow finagle Ohio State in here or LSU for Jaden Daniels for a Heisman hopeful or something. Marcos likes KC. Team Money says we'll probably cash ice with the Chiefs under tonight. Yeah. Chiefs are under. I've been saying this since opening day. We had under Chiefs lines. Everyone's like, how do you not like the over? The Lions score 30 points a game. Dude, the Chiefs have a defense for the last 2 years, folks. The offense is not the same. Green Bay has a defense, and they've, until recently, they're playing a Lions defense, which has been bad. They hadn't scored points. Shout out says, I agree. I think Georgia should be in. Florida State's out because their quarterback's hurt. Well, shouldn't Georgia be out because their quarterback played like crap? Right? If that's the argument here, well, we had a bad day, so that doesn't count because our quarterback did. We just lost to a good. Yes. No. Marco says Riverside, North Dakota. I was looking at North Dakota in this game, Marco. T-Money, I'm going to chase my losses with Maine. Here we go. Why you're still on this Maine? And when you even brought it up, I said I liked the. I thought about taking Brown and Columbia in these early games here. What is going on with Maine? Maine is winning here. Loaded up on Maine today. The Bears of Maine. Loaded up the Eagles. Here we go. Eagles. Everybody loves the Eagles, and I understand. Right? Hurts. What's Hurts' record? The guy's probably lost like 5 games in 2 years. Portland Air Force 3-point spread. Even when there's no Marcos Minute, we still cover every single game. I wanted to take Air Force here against Portland. This line was, I think, 5, so it's come down. So I think my initial lean on Air Force was correct. King D says next year we won't have the debate anymore. No, we'll have a debate. We were definitely going to have a debate next year because your 12-team playoff is going to be Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Texas or Texas A&M, and Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon. So it's going to be everybody. And again, the ACC is going to be on the outside because you're going to have 10 teams out of 2 conferences. It's going to be a joke. It's ridiculous. Kane says no Florida State in the Final Four. Is this official? When is the when do they have their little meeting? Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama. No Florida State. Unbelievable. Who's the 4 team? Their argument's going to be, well, we got a backup quarterback. Here we go. We got lines out here. Michigan 2 over Alabama, Texas 4 over Washington. Lines are out. 245.5, 4 and 64. Who's the Final Four? The Final Four is Alabama versus Michigan, Texas versus Washington. I might take Washington there in the points. I think I'm definitely going to take the under in that 64.5. I get 64. I got to see. Maybe it goes up because people are just going to want to bet overs. Michael says, "Tell me, Sean, is Jets money line when pigs fly type?" No, it's not a pigs fly game. They should win that game. They should win. Georgia's out. Of course they're out. Why? How are they in? Who are they getting in over? Texas? Team one, agree with the playoffs. Bama playing Michigan and Washington gets Texas. Texas beats Bama in a rematch. Yawn. Team money. Agree. It says yes. King D, they are out. Mount St. Here we go. J Rock. Mount St. Mary's under 130. Longwood and Creighton. There's a 3-0 college basketball day. St. Mary's against Siena. Longwood against who's they playing? Morgan State. What is that line? 9.5. I want this. I want to take Morgan. I want to take Morgan State. Michigan, Washington, and Bama, Texas. Yes, it's official. Georgia should be left out. They are $18 on Bama to win Natty. When I thought Milroe was trash, is looking juicy now. Yeah, it's alive. Lay it on the college football news. It happens. I didn't know either. I had to just pop up ESPN real fast. Sean, is plus $3 worth it to bet a team to win it all? I want to take Texas. Why wouldn't you take? I mean, plus they're favored. So, I mean, are they going to be a $3 money line dog in their next game? No matter who they play. Take the $3 shot. Breaking news. Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama. They do not get in. They are out. I think that's a travesty. Who do you have, Jesse? Who do you like? Like the way you're thinking those TDs, J-Rock, on the TD props. Washington, long shot, Bama probably wins. Yeah, I kind of like Washington here, believe it or not. Washington in the under. Georgia's out. Oh, no, I lost money on that. Georgia winning all. It happens. Might special money on Texas. Jay, Justin's in the house. Welcome, Justin. Good to see you. Michigan, Bama, Texas, Washington. Sacks play day here. We got Goff over 274 yards, and we are 109 and 105 with his plays of the day. 204 days of plays. Justin says, Titans, not good feeling being on the other side. Yeah, I like the Colts here. Appalachian State, I don't know, man. Something tells me Auburn. They've been kind of crushing teams. I do like Pitt here at home. We're talking about Pitt, Clemson. At first, I was like, well, Clemson's off a big win, playing well, but maybe this is a kind of a not a flat spot, but take Pitt at home. I like it. T Money says, ride with me. Shout out with Texas plus $3. Didn't you have a show on pubs today? I was on pubs this morning. Yes, I was. How are you, Justin? We got these all right. I got them all. Boy, we got to double up in there. Hope Bama loses by 30 with their crap QB. Here we go, J-Rock. J-Rock's coming in angry. I mean, it's tough. I'm probably going to take Michigan on a money line here. So, Michigan money line, and I'm going to take Washington. Washington and the under. There you go. You got my games. There they are. I'm going to load them up right after the show here. Here we go. I'm on the sites here. Michigan minus 121. I'm in at minus 120 on Michigan. There you go. So you know what you could do since you just got my championship games? You could buy a daily pass for $24. Go get a daily pass and support the show. Or there's nothing else to do. There's no other or. Panthers are down to a 3 now. The truth. Well, I'm glad I got them at a 6 the other day, or 5.5. Why is this line down? Is Kyle Trask starting? Take those Bryce Young over Russian props today. All right. Lions minus 4.5, Colts minus 1, Eagles over 46.5. There you go. Chattanooga College. And that's time to go to work for college football playoffs. I just told you what I kind of like here. Michigan money line and Washington in the under. There you have it. Good luck today. Look at headlines tonight. Hit the like button. Spread the word.